Hi, I'm Tati, and today we're making Sleeping Beauty inspired bath bombs. As I mentioned, I was inspired by Sleeping Beauty to make these bath bombs, and this is actually because I am re-watching the movie, the Disney version of Sleeping Beauty, and I'm reading the Twisted Tale, Once Upon a Dream. I decided to make these bath bombs blue and pink because I think one of the most well-known scenes from the Disney Sleeping Beauty movie is when her dress is shifting from blue to pink. I also made two different scents for these bath bombs. One is a more calming scent of the blue ones. The blue ones are a more calming scent, which is lavender. So this is kind of the sleeping part of Sleeping Beauty. And this, for the pink ones, I went with a more sort of energizing scent, at least for me, which is wild orange. And this is more of the part of the movie where Sleeping Beauty wakes up. So let's get into making them. So to start off, we're going to need to get our ingredients together, and those are baking soda, citric acid, cornstarch, and Epsom salt. Those are all of the dry ingredients. We're also going to need a spray bottle with water in it, some fractionated coconut oil and essential oils, and something to color the bath bombs with. I'm going to be using mica powder. And of course, we'll need a bowl. So this is a recipe I've used before. If you've seen any of my other bath bomb videos, it's the same recipe, but we're putting a little twist on the decoration. First up is half a cup of baking soda, and then 1/4 cup of Epsom salt, 1/4 cup of citric acid, and 1/4 cup of cornstarch. Just mix the dry ingredients together. And now at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half. And separate half of this mixture out because I'm doing two different things to two halves of this recipe. And it's okay if it's not exactly half. I'm kind of just eyeballing it here. So into half of our dry mixture, I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of fractionated coconut oil and 3 drops of lavender essential oil. This half is getting lavender because this is going to be our sleeping part of Sleeping Beauty. 3. And now this is going to get all mixed together. I'm also going to add the color. Now I said at the beginning that I was using mica powder, and I am for the other half. However, on this half, I want to use blue, and I don't have blue mica powder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some eyeshadow and hope that works. I'm hoping that since this doesn't dye my skin, it also won't dye a tub. I thought about using food coloring for this. However, food coloring is known to stain. So I'm just going to scrape out some of this eyeshadow and hope that it works. Alright, that looks pretty good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to spray this mixture with water. I would say this varies depending on what kind of spray bottle you have, how big it is. With this small spray bottle and the amount of water I get with each spray on this, I do about 10 sprays and then mix it. You have to mix it very quickly or else it'll start to fizz right in the bowl. And then your bath bomb will not fizz once it's done. If you lose all the fizziness here, you will not have a fizzy bath bomb. And you just want to keep adding water until you get a texture like wet sand, but that will hold together in the mold. Knowing exactly the right texture kind of comes with practice, so you may have to try it a couple of times. So I'd say go with anywhere from 40 to 50 sprays. This is about 45. I did about 45. If you have a very small bottle like I do, it's very dependent on how much water comes out with each spray. Now comes the part that I said was going to be a little bit different. Instead of using round bath bomb molds, I am going to be using this heart candy mold from Rosanna Pansino's baking line, to make heart-shaped bath bombs or bath fizzers. So I'm just going to pack our concoction into some of these heart molds. So now that all of the blue hearts are packed in there, we can work on the second half. And yes, I do have little blue crumbs in some of the other ones, and I can't really get those out. So I probably should have done the pink first, but we're moving on from that. So we'll put this back into the bowl, the other half of our mixture. And just like the first time, we're going to add a teaspoon of fractionated coconut oil. And 4 to 5 drops of our essential oil. Now these are the second half of our Sleeping Beauty inspired bath bombs. So I thought it would be fun if for some of them they were a relaxing sleepy time kind of scent, and for the other half we would have a energizing wake up kind of scent, because she is woken up in the story. So for this one I picked wild orange, but you can pick whatever scent makes you feel awake or energized. And I'm going to add the color now too. And for this one I actually do have mica powder, so I'm going to add some pink to this one. So a little bit of pink mica powder. And then we just mix it together. And of course you can always add more color until you are happy with it. I usually make my bath bombs a little bit more pastel than this, but I am going for more of a colored look. However, keep in mind that once you add the water, the color will be darker. And now we add the water. And that's our consistency after 45 sprays of water, and I think that's pretty good. So now I'm going to pack it into the mold where the blue ones are already. So here are our bath bombs. They just have to sit in the mold for at least 24 hours to completely dry. So I'll be back when that's happened. Okay, so it has now been 24 hours. Well, it's actually been a few days. And our bath fizzers or bath bombs are now dry. So I'm going to take them out of the mold. And here are our Sleeping Beauty bath bombs. If you like this video, please give it a like. Let me know what you think of these bath bombs in the comments and if you're going to make them. I have a new video every Friday and I try to upload crafty videos like this every once in a while, so subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching. Bye! I don't know if that works or not. Too harsh with it. And there are our Beauty and not Beauty and the Beast